Welcome back to another episode of Hippy Dippy. We are reviewing an anime called Higurashi. Higurashi. Oh boy, where do I begin? First off, it's my favorite horror anime, and I have gotten nightmares for 2 fucking weeks. I keep telling everyone that. Higurashi is a horror anime that makes no fucking sense. Okay? When you first watch it. The when you first the first two couple episodes of Higurashi of the first season during English dub, which is the only thing I have an issue with because there are 4 seasons. I'll explain all 4 seasons, but I'm only explaining the first season because I remember the first season more than the other 3 seasons. Here's the thing: the first two couple episodes is about this kid named Kenichi, which is a popular name in Japan because I've been seeing Kenichi's name all over the anime world. He is a new person that he's new to this new village. And then you got Rena, she's my waifu. I love her. She's awesome. She's sexy. She's hot, but she can also kill me. Um, that's epic foreshadowing in the near future of this review. so he comes in the first couple episodes. He's like a slice. It's like a comedy and slice of life. They're like goofing off and stuff like that. Stuff like that. This village is really fucking small because they have every. It's like one of those school. They go. The whole base of it is on. They're all going to school together, and the funny thing is that the last anime that I watched recently that had the same issue was more based on comedy and slice of life because it was fucking funny, even though it was in Japanese. But I loved it. It was fucking amazing. But the problem is though Higurashi does it a little bit differently. You see, after the second episode, you notice that there's this side character that's a camera guy who likes to take photographs and stuff and do this, that, and the other thing. And while next day after, because after the cotton drifting festival, shit just hits the fucking fan. First off, the guy who was taking photographs ends up dying. They see his body down the road with his neck scratched out the hell. He scratched his neck out so bad that he killed himself. Same goes for the other lady, which that is fucked up. And the funny thing is the fact that Kenichi thinks it's Rena and her other friend, which is fucking weird. The other friend, I don't know what her name is. You can roast me in the fucking comment section below, but she has a twin sister, but I'll get to that later. But pretty much, he thinks that they are killing people by injecting them with drugs and stuff to make them scratch their body out, scratch their neck out, which is paranoia. At one point, he assumes it when he eats a meatball that Rena gave him, and it has needles in it. He's so fucking paranoid. It's fucking scary. Because when the Contract Festival is over, all shit hits the fan, and all the characters go whack jobs. They're like fucking serial killers. So it's fucking ridiculous. So after he finds out that after he gets knocked out from running out of the woods because he's scared shitless out of these two girls, they inject him with them, and when he gets ejected with them, the best thing to do is to hit him with a baseball bat until the both of them die. So pretty much that's what the ending is, or you may say it. The anime has 24 episodes, which that's only 4 episodes in. So you're like, well, 4 or 5 episodes in. So you're like, oh shit, okay, what the hell happened? Well, here's the thing. Higurashi has its moments where you don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like a murder mystery, but it's really confusing because of the fact that after let's say for example, episode 5 is when he hits the two girls with baseball bat and they die. The next episode is it's back to comedy and slice of life because of the fact that they're riding bicycles and they're going to the shops and doing this, that, and the other thing. That's what's scary about it, because you think that, oh, it's before that happens. No, it's another scenario, because in Higurashi there's a time loop, and the funny thing is that even though it's like what's it called, Doctor Who or something like that. Like, no, it's not like Doctor Who. It's like it repeats. It's like Groundhog's Day, except for at a certain point, it's like Groundhog's Day, but different stuff happen every scenario. So it's like the day repeats itself, but it doesn't really repeat itself because something's different happening to the characters. Because there's a couple. You're trying to solve a mystery. That's what the whole anime is, trying to solve a mystery. It has 7 arcs in the first season. I forget how many arcs in the second season. I know one in the second arc is not canon, so because I know that there's in the second season there's a arc where Rena is the only person who survives, and she's an adult now, but that's not canon, so that doesn't count. Third season is they're trying to save their friend from the feds, or what the fuck it's called. I don't know who the fuck they are. And the fourth season's just comedy, basically, because they got sick and tired of it. They do make a reference on another newer anime, but that's beside the point. So after they like go to the place and stuff, then they start killing each other again, but they do it with different methods. Like, for example, by the way, all the kids are in different age groups, and you have like a first grader trying to kill a fucking sixth grader, which makes no fucking sense. I'll tell you how many. Some kid was there. You got girl with purple hair. She's a little kid. She's the main character. She doesn't have a lot of fucking, like, airtime. And then you have her friend that's the same age. She has blonde hair. She's also at the same grade. Then you got your 4 main characters that are old in the 6th or 5th grade or something like that, or like 6th grade or middle school. You got Kenichi, you got Rena, and you got girl with the I think green hair. She's the most psychopathic person there is. And then you also got her twin sister, which is also a psychopath. Which is kind of interesting. The last character that's a main character, she doesn't come in until season 2, but she's pretty much the same character as the girl with the purple hair. But yeah. But the methods that they do to torture these characters is like fucking brutal. I mean, the first scene is when he tries to break him. The first scene is when he's beating the 2 girls with the bat, and then they cut back to previous what happened before then, and that's what happens. The thing is that they do that more often when the new arc begins, but when that arc ends, it's not what happens in the beginning in the second arc. There's like 7 arcs. The first arc is the guy who beats Rena and her friend to death with a baseball bat, and then he kills himself in the fucking phone booth. The second act, I forget what happens, but he gives a prize to Rena instead of the girl with the green hair, and she's jealous. He finds her twin sister, and her twin sister goes batshit crazy once her family finds out that she has a crush on Kenichi. So the family decides to rip her fucking nails out medieval style, and it's like, and then she does one and she's freaking out. She doesn't want to do more. As her sister watches, says do it again, and she can't do it. So the fucking family puts a bag over her head and does it all to her fucking nails. It's fucking what the fuck. Then all of a sudden, she starts going on a killing rampage. First off, killing her fucking grandmother, even though she died beforehand. Then she goes and kills pretty much everyone except for Rena. Rena's the only one who doesn't die in the second act, I believe, or fourth act. I mean, the fourth act is pretty much where all blood comes bursting out. Everyone dies in the fourth act. Second act and third act, they're okay. Sixth act is probably the shortest one, I think it's the fifth act. There's an act where all the characters die except for Kenichi because of a poison gas. Actually, no, the copper, the guy who's a cop, he's the only guy who dies because he's the only one who doesn't die because of he got out of there quickly. Everyone dies because of the poison gas. But the thing is that it repeats itself. It's like Groundhog's Day, except for something different happens. Like for example, the girl that has yellow hair, she has a backstory of she was abused. She's always abused by her family members. So they have the family members like get killed like 3 or 4 times in different scenarios. Like for example, who kills her parent? Who kills her parents? Is it Rena in the last act where she fucking kills him with a fucking butcher knife, or was it Kenichi who kills him with a baseball bat in act like 3 or 2? It's really like a puzzle solver, and then at the end of it, she drops Kenichi off at a building because she thinks that he killed her best friend, they found out at the shrine where she is completely mutilated and blood just all organs are coming out. It's fucking and she's getting eaten by crows, her dead body. The thing is the fact that it's really really disturbing. Like for example, that may have happened. She drops Kenichi down the river, but then there's also scenarios where she gets killed by the girl with the green hair by like putting her on a cross and then stabbing her to death while she's apologizing because of the fact that she does she doesn't know, how do I say it? She doesn't know what the fuck to say because she wanted to trust her. Because at this point in the stage 4 scenario, the side characters are trying to trust the main characters, and that's why they get killed off. Except for Rena. Rena's the only one who doesn't die. Kenichi almost gets hammer nails stuck in his fucking fingers at some point, and then all of a sudden she ends up stabbing him at the end, and then he goes to the hospital. And then there's 2 scenarios where she dies because she falls off a fucking balcony from an apartment building, or she's underneath the bed ready to put nails in his fucking hands while she's a bloody fucking mess. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? You have to solve the puzzle. I still haven't fucking solved the puzzle. But then again, Kenichi gets dropped off. Um, there's also a scene where the purple hair girl tries to inject the fucking green hair girl with the fucking drug that kills Kenichi by scratching his neck out in the first act, in the fourth act. But the girl with the green hair has her trusty old stun gun. She stuns her, then she injects her with it. So instead of her scratching out her neck, she decides to fucking put a fucking knife to the wall and starts banging her head onto it. That's fucked up. That's the main reason why I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And the funny thing is that you watch that scene not once, but twice. Because in the opening of the second act, that's the first scene. But that's not the ending of the second act. That's the ending that's in the middle of the fourth act. You have to make sure the puzzles go together. It has a happy ending apparently, which is good. That's all horror anime does, unless it's like, stuff like this, that, and the other thing. There's also another Higurashi one where a bunch of older adults are there, but I don't want to touch that. But the Higurashi is probably like my favorite horror anime ever. It beats out Another. It beats out Alpha Lad. It beats out everything I love about a horror. It makes me suspense, like, what the fuck is going on? I need to know what the hell is going on. Is this guy killing this guy? And the funny thing is the fact that the only reason why the first season has a happy ending is because Kenichi finds out that he killed his 2 best friends. Because as the scenarios continue on, the more that they trust each other, except for Rena. Rena's the only one who's bad shit crazy because she plants a bomb at the school and ready to explode everyone inside the bomb. That's what happens at the end of the gas smoke, and that's why Kenichi's in the hospital after that accident and one of the ending of the earlier acts, but he stops her and that's what happens. Now the second act, the second the second season is the same, it's the same story, like everyone tries to, it's the same story because of the fact that you're trying to do this, that, and the other thing. But the funny thing is the fact that the funny thing is about Higurashi is the fact that the second season is the same scenarios that happened in the first season, but Kenichi knows what's going on, so he is trying to fix so that they won't kill each other in each scenario. That's what he's trying to do. That's being noticeable thing because Kenichi's the only one that's smart enough to know that he knows that these people are gonna die, this, that, and the other thing, and he's in cahoots with the girl with the purple hair in the second season because they know what the fuck's going on. That I don't know. Third season, the purple hair girl is gone. They tried to rescue her and stuff like that, this, that, and the other thing. And then the fourth season is just pretty much comedy because of reasons. And there's also a chubby girl. A chubby girl. It's not like she's fat. It's like they're small and they have like, I'll explain it when you guys go. But I love this anime. This anime is fucking good. I give it a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend you watching it. The only issue I have with it though is the English dub kind of sucks. Because remember, this anime is from the first season. The English dub was back. This anime came out in 2006, where every anime was trying to be dubbed. Which, known fact that there are two facts about this anime. First off, Higurashi is technically a true fact that it's technically a small village in Japan. I know that if you want to Google it, to go ahead. It's a small village in Japan, and also it's based off a video game on the PlayStation 2 that's only released in Japan. So, yeah, that's where all the scenarios come in. So, that's why there's multiple endings, because if you played the Higurashi game, you would understand. In English, it's called When They Cry, which is fucking stupid. That's the other issue I have. Why the fuck do you get Higurashi from When They Cry? That is like the most stupidest fucking name ever. But I like to call it Higurashi. It's the only Japanese name that I like to say on a daily basis. I always recommend Higurashi to other people because most people just like to watch Angels versus Death, Angels and Death and Angels, Alpha Lad, Alpha Lead. I keep saying that wrong. Another. Let's see. I'll get to that anime when I get to that. But then again, I watch Blood-C, but I don't think it's that horror-y like Higurashi. I think Higurashi does a better job, to be honest with you. But to be honest with you, there's a lot of anime that I need to get reviewing, and I will be pumping out anime reviews, trying to do every once a week. Because I have pretty much over 200 anime reviews that I still have to do. Son of a bitch. But I might go down the list. And if I forgot the anime that I'm going to review, I would take a refresher on the anime that I'm going to review and do that. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care. I had a lot to say in this video. If it's an anime that I'm very passionate about, I will make this video more than 20 minutes long. That's how much I love this anime. This anime is like, if I will have to say that Higurashi is, when it comes to all time animes, it's in my top 5. Hands down. It's probably in my top 5. Probably 3 or 4. It's not 1 or 2 because I think Collide and Heavy Object beat it, and Bento's in there too. But you gotta watch it. When it comes to my list, I have I have a list of anime that I list, and some of them are better than others, that my opinion, even though they rank higher than my all-time list, all-time animes. But that doesn't count the fact that I've made this my list of animes that I've watched is from since 2010 or 2009. I did a list on Facebook, which I still need to update, which I don't know if I want to because it's gonna take fucking forever to do. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care. I'm gonna go to sleep because I am fucking tired, and the fact that the matter is, Higurashi is the best horror anime ever, and I don't give a fuck what people say. I love the first season. I just wish that there were more episodes in English dub. But Japanese is alright by you. There's 4 seasons. You can watch it anytime. Just a fantastic anime. It's one of my favorite horror animes of all time, actually. So stay positive, everyone, and take care. Peace out, bitches.